Here's a review of the Maxpedition edgepeak sling bag. So we'll give you an overview of this bag. I've had it for 3 or 4 weeks now, and just to give you an overview of the products and what I think of it really. So sling bag going across the front of my chest, got a nice thick shoulder pads to take any weight you want to put in there. You've got the clip which you can undo for a quick release, or obviously you can take it off the top of your head in a conventional way. You've got a seatbelt style webbing which goes along connecting to the bag, which you can tighten like so with a finger loop, and you have an elasticated strap to retain it so it's not flapping around in the wind when you're on your bike, which I've been using this to use, so it keeps it all nicely squared away. You've got a quick release strap to retention, so the bag is not moving all around your body if you're running or cycling or whatever you're doing with it. But if you do need to bring the bag to the front of your body, you'll have to use the quick release, which is why it's just got the single press to take that straight out, and you can then swing the bag around as required. So let's take this off. I've got this fully packed at the moment. Bought some additional pouches with this bag because I wanted to keep the main section of the bag empty so I could use it for everyday carry, but use the additional pouches for organisation to keep all of my bits and pieces squared away, but have the option to have whatever activity I was doing that day, to have the main part of the bag nice and empty, which all this works very well. Just a quick overview, so the expandable water bottle pouch on the side here, I've popped a jacket in there just to show you how much you can get in there really. Very good size. You can have one on each side really if you wanted to, although being a sling bag, it might not be fantastically ergonomic. The only thing about this I found is there is no Velcro or anything like that for the retaining strap to go over the top, which is a shame. So I just been clipping it on there. It usually retains it fairly well. Maybe there's another way of sticking it on using the loop here, but I've certainly not looked into that because just using the strap in that way, nothing's falling out. So here I've got Paramo Valles Smart, Valles, however you want to say it, which is quite a substantial jacket, and it's nice and warm. Had this for years, fantastic bit of kit, but it fits in there perfectly, no problem at all. Just roll it up, and that's great to have an option to have a jacket and just be able to pop it in there if you're out on a walk or something and you don't know what the weather's going to be doing. But what it's designed for is to be a bottle pouch, juice bottle, nice big wide juice bottle, fits right in there. Zipped up to a smaller size, and you can also get a smaller bottle in there. You've got a zip for the main part of the pouch. Again, you could also just use that to put your main bottle in there. I've just got some spare pocket masks in there at the moment. So that's a very quick overview of that. I've got the MRZ organiser on the other side. Like I said, I've got this because I wanted to put all of my additional bits and pieces for everyday carry in there. All these things that you think, I don't want to put in my pockets and the main part of the bag, you don't want them flying around because you don't use them very often, but you still want to have them on you, which is the whole idea of this bag. I wanted it to be an everyday bag, to have all of the things that I might need. So yeah, power bank, headphones, charging lead, lighter, don't smoke, but you know, survival or whatever random things that might happen. A knife, and I've got some quick ties, I've got a little candle in there, torch and other pockets there. Only thing I don't like about this is the straps on this side are going sideways. Doesn't serve very well for this size pouch. It's okay with the bigger pouches like the beefy or chubby and things like that. That works, but not that great. But it does what it needs to. Nice and rigid, nice and hard. All of the advanced gear research pouches come with the tactile straps. Really expensive pouches. This was £37, massively expensive. I've never normally pay that much. I just wanted to match the bag and I had the money, so I just went for it. But I think they're just adding on the price of tactiles because normally you'd have to buy them separately. But hey, that's that. The only thing I don't like about the expanding back bottle pouch, where it doesn't strap on all the way down to the bottom, so you've got this flappy bit at the bottom there, which doesn't really work for me. I like it to be all squared away, so I've just got a strap which has gone through the back of the paddy section, which can facilitate that, and we'll just wrap it all up, clip it together, And then when it's on my back, I can just get it around to the front, sling it around to the front, and I only have to clip that open. So I'll put a grim lock there, so that's not going to go flying anywhere. It just keeps it all in place. So you've got all the webbing on the bag, and you see we've got a little torch on there. On there, it's just Phoenix, little light, flashing light I've been using to ride my bike. So the main bag itself, without the additional pouches, we've got this rigid pouch at the top, sunglasses in there, which is just perfect for it. This stays open quite nicely. You can get a cup on there if you're out having a drink from your flask or something like that. You've got another little mesh pouch in there. I've got a little Kendall mint cake in there. I've been putting mobile phones in there. I've had 2 mobile phones and a wallet in there. Decent size, holds it all, no problem. And it's semi-rigid, sort of a rubberized kind of material to protect your gear. So the main organisation pouch doesn't look very big, but I've got a lot of smaller items in it, which I'm quite pleased with. You've got a big open section there to put things into. I had been putting a pair of gloves in there, like woolly gloves, but I've been using them for bits and pieces at the moment. Little torch, whistle, compass combination kind of deal. A strap from the torch, if I want to put it on my head. Got a couple of sanitizers, very key at the moment with coronavirus going on. Pack of tissues, little pocket knife, legal carry, pen, spoon, all the things you're always going to need. Carry a bag if I'm going to randomly go to the shops. Got a little waterproof bag to put things in if it's going to be torrential rain or something, to stick my mobile phone in there, keep it safe. Got a nappy sack, randoms, and then I've got the mesh pouch here. I've just put first aid items in there, which again, an everyday carry bag. I'm not always going to carry this, but I want to have it because if a situation comes, that's the whole point, isn't it? So space blanket, bandage, lip balm, that's random, plasters, more gloves, painkillers. That all fits in there nicely. Decent sized pouch. Much bigger than this. There is a bigger bag in this, the Grid Flux. I'm glad I didn't get it really. I wanted to keep it small because the bigger the bag, I'm just going to be tempted to put more things in there. It's just going to make it heavier. If you do put a lot of weight in this, and I've got the additional pouches with metal in and things like that, so it does make it heavier, but you do feel it. It's only a 1 strap bag, so I recommend just keeping the load light. Although, you know, I've been down to the shops, then thought I need to get some milk, got a big 6 pint of milk in there, which was heavy. Was walking with the bag for about 2 hours, no issue really, because the strap's so nice and padded, and the back of it, lovely, really nice thick padding. Really like this bag, really recommend it if you're in a market for a sling bag. I bought this, I had a Maxpedition Last Resort shoulder bag, and I was walking with the pram and out and about, and it kept coming down the side of my body, and I just wanted something that was going to stay in place. I want to be able to carry on walking along. I don't want to have to stop. If I'm going somewhere, I want to make good time. I don't want to have to stop. If I need to get something on my bag, I can just swing this around in the front, get what I need, sling it back around the back, and I haven't had to stop. You know, every second counts sometimes. And it's just, you know, 1 strap bags are cool, aren't they? I had one of these when I was younger, so I always loved 1 strap bags. So yeah, let's go into the inside anyway. Less about that. Brilliant zippers. On this series, I bought some of these for my coats as well. Really good. Your fingers don't get caught. They're just right size. Lots of space in here, so popped a first aid kit in there. Don't normally carry that. This is just for an illustration of what you can get in here, really. I've got a big flask. I mean, I had this in here for a course the other day. Have a flask. Have some lunch. And I also had a t-shirt and some shorts in there as well, because we're going to be doing a bit of running. Now in here you've got your iPad or tablet pouch. So you get your iPad in there. This is an old series iPad, but it fits in there. If you had a cover on it, it wouldn't fit in there, unless it's like a smaller tablet. But an iPad, you stick like a rubber cover on it, it's not going to fit in there. So you need to just have it in there. But this will protect it. Really good padded sleeve. On the inside, we've got a large mesh pouch, zippered all the way down to the bottom, and then a smaller one at the top, which has got some mints and some change. Not going to get much more in this, so not a massive pouch really. But it's a good size, and you can, I don't know the size of my laptop, but you can get a small laptop in here. I did have to have a bit of an angle, but I mean that's a bonus really. The fact that I could actually use this for work if I needed to. The fact that I could get a laptop in here, and then I've got all of the organisation on the outside, plus the extras you can add. Really nice bag, really like this. So popping it on, nice and easy. Only issue really is this strap. If that was a bit wider, maybe it wouldn't twist up so much. So just twist when you put it on initially. Smooth it out because it's like a seatbelt material, and then it's absolutely fine. And the other strap, well, it dangles down a little bit if you're not going to be using it, but most of the time you're just going to want this on because you want to get it clipped on. And you can have it on nice and tight, and it's all squared away nicely. Or you can have it, actually, you can have it really, really loose. This loosens right off, and then you won't really be needing this. And this tucks away into the back of the bag. You can conceal this away, or you can take it off completely. But you can just have it nice and loose, and just walk around almost like a shoulder bag, and just have it, so you can just get to it nice and easily there. So that's the whole purpose of it, being a sling bag in the first place. But yeah, just a sort of 10-minute overview really. Don't want to sort of go into war and peace about it, but so it's a fantastic bag for what it is, and obviously the features I've mentioned and the reasons, and you can get a lot of stuff in here. So yeah, I hope it's given you sort of an insight to what it's all about by this bag.